Welcome modelers. So, as you saw from my little teaser, this is the new project. So I'm doing this as a commission build. Otherwise, I don't know if I would either be able to have the storage space to store something this big, or I've never spent $400 on a model kit before, but definitely within the range. So first impressions with this, we'll go through some of the different things that I've been looking at with it, the different impressions with it. But to be honest, it's Bandai. It's Bandai. Alright, so starting off, this thing has a crazy amount of parts. They have enough part trees with it that they actually had to double up a couple of letters, I noticed. So just crazy amount of little like greeblies and stuff that you have to put in. And I've noticed a few things with that. I got this for this project, the display, whatever you pronounce it as. And this has saved quite a bit of time because this just cuts beautifully, and so I don't have to do as much cleanup. And I've been working with how I cut the sprue pieces, and it's been a game changer helping out with that compared to some of the other tools that I've had. That to me, it was pretty good, but this one has helped out quite a bit to make sure I don't have to do any additional work cleaning up the pieces. And I don't have any damaged parts from, cutting these itty-bitty pieces, or parts kind of like this where they're really thin. So, first impressions, obviously everything goes together really, really smoothly. Just a crazy, crazy amount of parts. So, moving through, I decided to kind of go with a few things with it. Since I can just kind of build this in front of the TV, I've been building these pieces too, right here. So, kind of started out with, step 3 and 4. And so I went in and I built these here. And you can just look at all the amount of detail to these greeblies and pieces on the bottom. It's just fantastic. And all pieces in there. So crazy detailed to it. And the weathering, when we get into that part, is just going to be amazing with this thing. So I started out with that. And then I went into more of the part that gets me a little more scared is the figures. But let's talk a little bit about the lighting module. So as you can see, there's 2 plugs. So according to here, this plug and this plug, is that actually, well, that's switch, but I guess this plug and this plug are not used. So if anybody has done some modifications to this, I was thinking about wiring in some more and just adding more lights just because we can. But I'm not sure what else to light up on the unit, on the kit itself, because everything is already lit up. From there, I just made in some labels for engine, cockpit, and ramp, so it can be easily identified, and put it there. If it was something where it wasn't a commission build, then I probably just would have put some Sharpie on it, but I want to make it look good for them. So I've got that, and then started working on the figures, and just initial, need to do some more washing and things like that. So this is before doing washing, before doing any filters. Chewbacca is trying to make sure getting into the right color. Let's see if I can get this to look decent. Hard to see on that camera. So I might just need to take some lighter oils to kind of highlight a few places on there to give a little bit of dry brushing technique. And then Got old Ben here, and turned out pretty well. So need to do still some washes on all these, so that'll bring out some better quality there. Leia, oh, there goes Leia. Oh well, whatever. Few pieces that I need to change with Luke, but not bad. Han Solo is a little more tricky, but coming together pretty well. And I very much am not a figure painter. The other thing that we're looking in is the cockpit. So some people, what they've done is go in and actually file this out and then put the decal on, which would definitely make things easier. But what I did is just copious amounts of Solvaset and additional my secret weapon for decals, which you can see in the video that I have for decals. And it's laid down pretty well. So I need to put some flat coats on there and highlight some details and things with the cockpit. So we're looking at that there. Then we got the, I guess, instrument panel or Ford console. I don't know what you want to call that there. And so those are pretty close to being set. Just need to put some flat coats, washes, and highlights and all that. A little bit of a goof, as you can see, with the decal kind of falling apart with the back console. So I need to do some cleanup with some paints on that. And this is going to need some modification. So I've got a few pieces in here where the decal is kind of wrinkled and done some nasty effects. Yeah, so I'm going to do some cleanup there. But the other thing that I'm going to do is you can only really just see light through there, which is kind of boring. So for some of these little doodads, I'm going to kind of drill through and make sure that the light can get through and be able to have a little bit more interest to illumination into the back panel there. So from there, we're going to do that. I'm going to do a little more to the, I don't know, like head bumping pad. I don't know what the technical term would be for there. So have a few things with that to where we'll get in and kind of give it a little bit more tone. Maybe use some oils, maybe some dry brushing technique to give it a little bit of change, even though it's probably not really going to be noticed because it's going to be back in that far. So, but nonetheless, I want it to look better than just being boring old plain old. So there we go. Beyond that, I saw something on YouTube today that apparently these perfect grades are going away. I don't know if I can substantiate that. My local hobby shop where I ordered this, they didn't have any problem with it. So if anybody's heard any rumors, they can substantiate. Because maybe I got lucky on buying this. I don't know. And that they've stopped producing them and they're going to be hard to find. I don't know if that's the truth. But yeah, we'll have to see if there's anything. If you've heard anything, if you've talked to distributors. I think so. Bluefin for the US maybe is completely different and they have a ton. But the people in the UK have different distributor and they're going to have problems. I don't know. All I know is I talked to my local shop and they said, all right, yeah, I'll be here in a week. And it was. And there's decent pricing on eBay and other websites. So like Cult TV Man had some good deals for it. So I don't know. But if you guys have heard anything about that, let me know, because I'm very curious if I need to pick up some more of these, because I would very much like to do more commission builds with these, because it's been running really smooth and really fun to build. So from here, I will give you an update as we get a little bit further along, but so far this is coming together a bit faster than I was anticipating. So until then.